Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. We are continuing our playthrough under a new patch. The new patch adds small, oh, what is it called? It's the gathering huts and stuff. I forget the word for it. It's escaping me right now. But in any case, the big change is that the the danger glades, will have more large nodes in them now instead of small nodes. They're increasing the size of the large nodes, and instead of 60, it'll be 70, and it will um, move the small nodes to the smaller glades. And the purpose of that is they redid the like gathering hut things where you by default, the camps, that's the word I'm looking for. The camps, by default, you have access to every small camp. So you will have the ability to harvest every small node all the time. But now instead of unlocking specific camps, you unlock a like premier version of that camp instead that, gathers faster and can do the large nodes instead of just the small nodes. So not a terrible thing. I actually think that's a pretty good idea, pretty good approach. And my main reason for that is one of the frustrations I know I've dealt with in the past is not not being able to harvest certain nodes, and that was always kind of a pain. This will kind of remedy that. Well, it won't remedy the large nodes, but it'll remedy the small nodes. So at least there's more incentive to tap into the smaller glades. All right, let's take a look at our forest mysteries. We have a forgiving crown. Gain a free cornerstone reroll for every rep point. Okay, interesting. Royal outpost, proximity makes it easy to communicate. Order choices increased by 1. In the storm, decrease global resolve. That's on top of the normal bad global resolve, so it's gonna be pretty nasty during the storm then. Rotten rain, living matter. Okay, so this is what happened to us last time, I think. A couple times ago where we had to harvest those nodes. I think that ended up being a net positive, even though it's a detriment. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so once we get to 3, we get to the nastier stuff. This is avoidable if we have complex food and housing. But it will lower resolve. -2 and add every 60 seconds. Wow, that is really brutal. And then this is 6. I'm hoping we never get this far, but we'll see. But complex food and housing are going to be big deals. These ones we can't avoid, so there's nothing we can do about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. Let's get our regular paths built out as we normally do. That, and then get this. Alrighty, and then we will get another path going here. And then we'll get another one going back behind here. So let's go ahead and look at these different camps. Yeah, see, small. So we have the better ones unlocked to this already, but we at least can get small nodes of these. The other nice thing they were considerate of the fact that you can, if you build one of these and then you get the upgrade later on, it will automatically upgrade it rather than you have to build another one. So at least there's that going for us. I mean, we always start with woodcutter camp. Where we're gonna start chopping. I'm feeling like, oh, well, maybe here or here. I think we'll go here first. So let's go ahead and plop these down over here. And then we will want to get a... not a harvester's camp. Oh, we only have a small forager camp, huh? That's interesting. All right, let's take a look at what we got. Um, we are gonna need. I'm trying to think of what we need for our end goal. So we're probably gonna want a cookhouse because skewers and biscuits would be good. I'm hoping we get something better for planks at some point. So I'm not as keen on picking that necessarily. Here is an upgraded herbalist camp, which could be good. 2-star. I think I will. Well, I have lizards, so I should probably get a smokehouse. All right, I'm going to need flour, so I will pick that, and that's going to be needed for the cooking. So we really didn't get any like core resource stuff, which is a little unfortunate, but at least we can um get like know that we're gonna have some complex food available to us. So at least hopefully that'll be in the positive. We'll see. Let's take a look at what else we need to build. They also reworked a couple other things in the patch. Nothing too catastrophic or you know significant, but um there have been some other general changes. I know they redid the wood cutting menu. I'm building this, by the way, to just to make sure I have housing for everyone, even though that doesn't necessarily kick in until a little bit later on. And then let's go ahead and see if we could slap the trading post down there. We can. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I think I want to make sure the priority of the woodcutters camp is paramount, so they can start on that. Let's go to speed 3 and get the ball rolling. Okay, let's pop some lizard boys into here. And we'll pop the rest of them into here. We're already at hostility 1 just from putting 6 woodcutters in there. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah, well, I'm a little nervous about the amount of hostility we're going to have. Well, not just hostility, but also the what you call it? Global resolve minus. I think I'm gonna go with the insects, just because we're gonna chop down a lot of trees. That's gonna give us a lot of insects, which we could then convert to jerky, which will be complex food for our lizards, which would avoid certain negative characteristics here. So specifically this melancholy. So hopefully we'll be able to manage that pretty effectively, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so this is discovering a glade during the storm. So we just avoid discovering glades during storms. That's a very doable thing in general, so I think we'll be okay with that. Let's take a look at what we have here as far as orders go. I think I'd like to get the herbalist camp, so I'll go ahead and choose this. I'm guessing 6 harpies isn't a ton. I'm guessing we'll have that at some point. I like the idea of increasing production of things in general, so I think I will go with that option, although it's going to take us a little longer to actually achieve it. And this is Harpy Resolve, but I don't necessarily want more harpies at this point. We're not going to be producing much meat at all, so I think we'll go with that. So it is going to be pretty important for us to get the crude workstation up and running and start building some of these packs of stuff. We do have a berry bush, which means we can build a small herbalist camp. There we go. Let's go ahead and chop in this direction now. Might as well just pop into both glades and be done with it. Get some roots going. I think we should probably... I'm going to put these to limit 20 for now, just because we don't have any buildings that can do any better for us. And I'm going to slap at least... I guess we could... I'll leave one lizard boy out to keep building stuff here. And then once we're built up, I'll put somebody in there. All right, so we got a little more clay deposits, another stormbird nest. That should be okay. Do we go to pop this glade as well? We might as well. I should probably build up a little bit of lumber at some point early on, but let's just focus on getting into these glades. We can go back and trim out the trees after the fact. All right, so we are in the clearance. I definitely don't want to pop into a regular glade right now. I don't have anywhere near enough resources to deal with whatever is going to befall me there, but hopefully we can just trim into this one real quick, and then I can come over here and just start clearing out a bunch of stuff. I think I am going to put in here to avoid glades except marked, and that's probably a good option because they'll chop trees down then just regularly, but they'll avoid opening into new glades. So I think that is a pretty fair approach. We do have some meat available, which in hindsight, I'm kind of regretting passing up that +1 meat, but I think overall we'll be just fine. I do want to trim out kind of this whole section here because we usually end up building out in this direction. So hopefully, I mean, they chop pretty quick. They're no beavers, but at least they're chopping. Speaking of which, I'm really curious what our other species is going to be. That will be very interesting to see. Let's go ahead and get, I guess that's built out enough. Although, I don't know, we should have resources in there. Maybe we should get this built. We're probably going to lose some people this time around. There's really not much I can do about it. I might be able to, because we're going to have more time with the lizards. I might be able to toggle this. And there might just be enough time to get us... Yeah, I think we might be able to carry through, because the negativity will not reach by the time the storm's over, so... Alright, there we go. Made it through the first phase. Hey, we get our favorite. We get the beavers. Let's go immediately pop them into here, so we have some better chopping going on. I'm gonna go ahead and put them down here. Let them keep chopping in this direction. And this woodcutter, I'll just move over here just to keep clearing in this area. We could pop into another glade, and I might do that, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see what we got here. So, lose all stored fuel, but get +1 wood production. I'm willing to do that. Yeah. I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and put the lizards in there and in here. And that'll get people moving. We got Sahilda up and running. Little unfortunate on the timing. I wish cornerstone-wise we would have had more lumber available to us to be able to do some trading here, but alas, that is where we are. So none of these are like super good. This one's okay. I don't think we have enough resources to get anywhere near where we need to be. Maybe. Throw some meat in there. Hey, look at that. Maybe we can do it. Okay. So we'll go ahead and trade. We'll get this. This just gets more flint, uh, flant fiber. Yeah, that's how we say it. Um, it'll make that more available to us if we end up getting some small farms going. So I would like to start building out something. Maybe get the smokehouse going. Get the. I don't think I need to worry about the blight post right this second, but we can go ahead and get the. I think the rain mill will fit over here. Let's go ahead and move this. Just put this down. I just want to get this stuff placed so I don't forget to build it at any point, because it's kind of important to make sure we got that stuff going. So we can get the smokehouse going over here. I think that's perfectly fine. They shouldn't theoretically pop into any glaze. They should just be chopping a bunch of trees all around. So next time we'll pop into all these glades. That'll be a 3-fer. I don't think we're gonna get 2 hubs, but I wouldn't mind getting some harpies because we do have that 6 harpies. This would give us some beavers as well and increase global resolve for them. I want to focus on getting global resolve, just because I know it's going to be a sticking point for us as we get deeper and the hostility increases. So I want to make sure we have something to kind of push back against the really heavy stuff. So what is our current limit here? So looks like nothing needs to be over 6 except for packs of building materials. So let's put that at 12. These things can be at 6. We do need to get... Yeah, it looks like I'm just going to put everything on there. We just need more people. We need more citizens. Okay, we are in the storm again. We do have some negativity going on. Herbalist, nothing nearby. Let's just pop it. Let's leave it there. Let's just pop the people out of it. And I think I want to move them into here. Well, we'll move one into here just to get more productivity going on. And then we'll get this guy in here to start making some of this stuff. Because we have a ton of orders that all require packs of stuff. So packs are definitely something we're going to want to focus on. There goes a harpy. We lost a firekeeper. That's not good. Let's take a lizard boy out of here and put this in there. I want to make sure that we are doing something positive. All right, let's go ahead and get some more beavers. I think that's fine. That frees up some people. At least they're doing stuff that they want to do. I could double down on the woodpecker technique, which would give us 2 insects for every 2 trees. And I think I might do that. I don't think I'm going to do that much trading, and I typically don't. So I think I'm going to just double down on the woodpecker technique. We are getting some of these buildings built, which is probably a good thing. They're not exactly building it in the order in which I would desire it. I probably should change the priority, but kind of lazy, and I'm not going to. So let's go ahead and tap into these 3 glades. I really should probably start tapping into the bigger glades at this point, but we do have some fertile soil here, which is good. I can get started on getting a farm fields up and running there. Stonecutters camp, nothing nearby. Let's go ahead and just empty that out. I will move it over here and just put one person in there for now, but I want to leave somebody available to, continue building houses and whatnot. We do need to get a small farm up and running, so I will go ahead and get that prioritized here. I will wait until we get close to the end there. Let's go ahead and turn in this. That gives us some amber to work with, gives us 4 more people, which is actually a little problematic because now I have to hurry up and build some housing. So, I think we'll go with the smithy just to get the tools and the coats. We'll go ahead and put that down there. For now, I think we're going to have to build some shelters, but let's try to get beaver houses up and running. That's 6. That should be enough to house all the beavers that I have. Let's get the lizard houses going. We already built this here, so we should be able to... That's a temporary building. And then we need to get some harpy houses as well. Let's just put 1 here for now. And wait for this to get chopped into before we build another one. We're not actually going to build it anyway. Just because we don't have the resources available for that at the moment. But let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I'm hesitant to sell the resin because I'm going to pop into a big glade soon, and I might need that resource available for that. This is kind of nice. Just having the faster crops, so I think I will buy that. But I think that's all I really need out of there. Let's look at our next orders. I'm all about the farm fields. I think that'll be perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and do that. And then I think we will do this because I'm going to be making the coats anyway, and I already have a way to make them, so I don't have to worry about the possibility of me not getting around to doing that. Packs of trade goods. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do with that yet, but we'll figure it out. All right, let's go ahead and keep chopping away. Looks like we got some housing building up. The good thing is once this proper housing gets built, it'll free up some of these crappy shelters for people who don't have housing yet. But I do need to make sure I have housing because there are consequences. Not yet, but there will be consequences once we get to Hostility 3. So I just want to make sure we're not scrambling to figure that out at the last minute rather than just taking care of it right now. So I think we're just going to put some like harpies and lizard boys in here because we're not going to get humans this time around. But that should be perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and move this guy over here. After that's tapped into, I think I want to start chopping all this stuff out because we are going to have some more stuff here for building farms, and I want to make sure that we get that unlocked. Smokehouse. I definitely want to put a lizard boy in here. I'm going to uncheck those for now, but I do want to make sure that we're making plenty of jerky. We have a lot. Oh, that's a lot of wood. It was definitely worth taking that woodcutter's prayer. It is absurd because this map already has like a bonus to wood, so that just gets way out of hand, and I love it. All right, small forager camps, got nothing nearby. Let's go ahead and move you over here. It's way away. It's going to take you a long time to run back here, but at least you're still doing stuff. Everybody has housing, so the mood is decent. We don't have to worry too much about that. At least nobody's going to run away. We don't have to, like, flip anything. Did we build 2 smokehouses? Why did we do that? Why did I do that? That was really dumb. I must have meant to build something else. And it was probably the cookhouse. Yeah, which would have gone better here. Oh boy. All right, well, let's go ahead and pop this down over here then, which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay. We will work with it. I really want to get some packs of building materials done so I can turn that in. I'm hoping we can do that pretty soon. We need harpies, but either one of these gives us harpies, so let's go ahead and go with this, just so I can finish swapping out all the lizards with beavers over here. Let's go ahead and put some people in here. Beavers love being in the smithy, so that's fine. They'll start making the coats, which is good. We could put another lizard boy in here to work on the jerky. And that should be okay for now. Let's take a look at our next cornerstone. This gives us resources. This gives us artifacts for every 2. I'm gonna go with that. I think having the extra artifacts would be kind of nice. All right, we're about to pop into a clearance relatively soon. I want to make sure we get into a glade before then. Just because I would really like to start progressing a little bit more. I'll avoid guys except marked. Okay, that's perfect. That will... They should still chop through this then. Let's focus through. But I want to give enough time. The problem is if we chop through right at the beginning of a clearance, a lot of the more complicated glade events will have a timer that takes us into the storm, and I'd rather just be done with it by the time the storm starts. So that's kind of my line of thinking there. So let's go ahead and extend this path so we could run a little quicker. It's not perfect, but it'll at least get us a little bit closer, a little bit quicker. I really want to get this this farm field completely discovered. Yeah, we're not gonna get there in time, but we will get there before the next storm at least. It's not ideal, but that's okay. We will get some plant fiber because we're producing vegetables, so that's good. At least we'll have that going for us. Okay, we got some orders to turn in. Which one do I want to turn in first? Well, if I turn in this, I think I want to turn in this because I get extra production out of this. Production is kind of key. Then when I turn in this, it should give me enough harpies to then turn this in. And that actually will give me enough coats to turn this in. So a kind of a cascading effect there, I think. Once I pop through here, I'm just going to try to clear out this whole section. Let's take a look at the building that we can get. I would really like something that could produce lumber. And the supplier does give 2-star planks, which is better than a kick in the teeth, but I already have flour, and I don't need water skins for almost anything. Pickled goods could be useful. And it's a 2-star pack of crops and 2-star fabric, so maybe I will go with that. It's maybe a little unconventional for what I normally pick, but all these things are positives. You know, I think they're all like good things to produce. Packs of crops, I will want to turn that off if I'm going to be making that here instead. And then for pickled goods, we are making vegetables, so I think that's fine to just leave it on that. Let's limit that to like 20-ish. And then we are doing plant fiber. We could select reeds just in case. And we'll limit this to like 50. And then we'll turn off fabric here. Well, maybe not yet, because I need the fabric first. But ultimately, we'll turn it off there. Let's go ahead and see what Sulthur has to offer. Do not want that. This could be useful, but there's no way it's happening. The resources that he buys is just not that conducive to what we need. I don't really want to sell much of anything. I guess I could sell some coats just to try to get us there. Okay. At least I have enough money to re-roll a building once we get in there. This is taking a long time to get in there. Let's take a look at our options here. Complete trade routes, burn cysts, or build a kiln and have coal. I mean, I want the production yields. I just don't know if I am going to be doing anything with trade routes. I mean, maybe now I should. Now I kind of feel obligated to do that. Well, let's see how it goes. Okay, so we did tap into a glade. We do have a living matter, which actually won't be too bad. I don't think. We have enough time to deal with it. And that will give us a little extra meat production, which is not a bad thing. Let's go ahead and trim out the rest of this forest here so we can unlock the rest of this farm fields. I want to make sure we get that up and running. Get this, work towards this agriculture component here. I think we can go ahead and put maybe a beaver in here just to start making some flour. I don't think we need to do anything with scrolls. This is a better building materials recipe. Got to put that on 16, right? So we could uncheck this because this uses 10 planks. That uses 8. So I think we'll leave that on packs of provisions for now. We do have some low resolve going on, which is a little unfortunate. We are getting the rotten rain. Yeah. So this living matter, I think, is going to end up being a benefit overall. I really don't think it's going to be bad. I'm going to wait till probably the last possible second. Well, maybe not last possible second, but I would like to get resolve up so we don't lose the harpies. That would be great. And let's go ahead and get the farm fields built. Let's turn that off. Make people happy again. We do have a living matter here, so let's go ahead and slap some people in there. The good thing is, I think like it's always a net gain of resources, but I do need people available to work it all the time, so. 3 packs of provisions for every new villager. I think that is actually good because if we're going to be trading, it's nice to get those free packs. And we're about to accept a bunch of people, so Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That should give us some packs. Okay. So, what do we do here? I think we need to increase the priority of this so that they focus on bringing the wood here. That way we get this up and running. Let's put one of each in here, see if anybody's happy. No, nobody's happy. All right. Let's go ahead and packs of crops. Looks like 20 is the limit we need to reach, so we can go ahead and do that. And we'll just check everything just to make sure that we're able to do that successfully. And then fabric. Harpies like fabric. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave people in there. That's fine. Okay, I think we have adequate people there. Looks like the only thing we're still making over here is packs of provisions. I'm going to turn off insects here just because I feel like we need them for other things like this. So I'd rather kind of refocus on that. Clothing fulfilled should be pretty soon. Let's go ahead and take a look at our trade routes and what's available to us. We could sell some stone, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let's put a small farm here, and that could at least get this up and running, hopefully pretty soon. That will increase the amount of living matter spawns that could potentially happen. So I do have to be prepared for that and be ready to deal with the consequences of that. Let's go ahead and I guess just start chopping all this stuff out to give us some more room to work with here. I would like to, I think we need to kind of refocus our efforts on keeping the hub expansion going. So let's go ahead and build, well, I could fit housing over here, so I'm a little hesitant to do that, but let's go ahead and slap a park down. I know we're going to need that at some point. And then we can do a garden. I'll wait for some of this to get chopped out, I think. Let's go ahead and slap another beaver house here. We can put a couple lizard houses over here near the edge. Yeah, they're still working over here. Oh, there's big nodes over here, so we'll have plenty of clay. That's good. Oh, and there's more farms. So I think we are going to end up building our first storage unit here, or warehouse. Just because this will take care of our farm field need here. We can go ahead and issue a chop command to clear that out. It'll be a little while before that gets done, but that's okay. I just want to make sure we're producing an adequate amount of food, because we are completely out of food right now, which is not good. Okay, so now we need 4 and 4. So these are movable, so I can go ahead and put it here and put this here, and at least they can get that built, and I can always relocate it later on. I'm surprised the need for clothing fulfilled has gone down. We must have hit a rut in the production of fabric. Yep, we're out of fabric. That makes some sense, although it is a bit unfortunate. I do want to get this cookhouse done, because we need to get biscuits and stuff up and running. Pigment would be good for making certain packs of trade goods. All right, we are chopping away. Harpy resolve is, so it's not even the storm and they're already like, I'm out. which is not good at all. Yeah, I'm very, very nervous about that. I think it's because we're just out of food, but I'm hoping some of this food starts coming in. Yeah, here's some jerky that should at least keep some lizard boys happy for a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Um, we're gonna need to do something about the insects here because they're being consumed by pretty much everything. Does anybody even eat biscuits? Yes, the beavers do. But you guys are more skewers and... Oh, no, you guys eat biscuits too. Okay, so let's set this to 20 of each, and I think for now we'll just copper ore. We'll do pigment and limit that. Let's see how that goes. We are getting a farm up and running, which is great. Let's go ahead and do this. That should complete this other objective. Well, I guess once we have them for a certain period of time. Small forager camp. All right, let's go ahead and put this down here. At least they can get some of the vegetables. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's put the harpies in here. They can get that up and running. Looks like we have the ability to make another building. It's a reward in one of my orders. Good. It's warning me not to get that, which is good. I'm hesitant to get a plantation because I know we need food, but we can plant vegetables already. So let's re-roll. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the carpenter because I need the planks. It's just a little rough not having a plank recipe. It's by a little rough, I mean it's absolutely brutal. So I do want to make sure we have an avenue to make planks. Let's go ahead and move this garden maybe right here, at least temporarily, so I can squeeze the carpenter in here. And I do want to prioritize that because we are going to need carpentry for sure. Let's go ahead and turn this in. That gives us some coats, which should hopefully let us hit this new clothes thing. We could turn this in. This gives us a new arrival, some extra grain production. We got 2 new buildings. Let's take a look at what we got. Of course, I get the lumber mill after getting that, but that's fine. Yeah, that doesn't do me any good. This could be okay for barrels, maybe training gear. Harpies are what I have to kind of worry about, so I don't know how relevant this is. Well, I don't have to worry about their mood. I just have to worry about the quantity. So, although the incense could be useful for if I get like a monastery or something. I'm gonna sit on that for a little bit. And let's go ahead and look at the trade goods, because I'm gonna need to start trading stuff. Let's go ahead and do that just to get it sold. I should be able to do this. Like I must be using all my grain. Oh, this is not fully farm fieldified. We did build the storage unit up here, so we should be able to get another small farm up and running. Let's go ahead and slap a little road down there. I'm guessing this is actually going to be a little closer to here than it is to there. So we'll go ahead and just connect a path for the time being. Let's take a look at our last orders. Trade goods, we have a way to make those. Or a bunch of farm fields, which, I mean, we're already going to have. I'm kind of leaning this direction. And then let's take a look here. So I'm pretty sure I have a way to get all of these, except maybe not pie. Let's take a look. Do we have pie? We do not have pie. So maybe I'll just hold on that one for now, and we'll see what we get. Yeah, I'm just kind of holding on a lot of this stuff. All right, so we have some unhappy people. We are definitely going to be losing people this time. And there's not really much I could do about it. Particularly the harpies. Yeah, I don't think I can't even make them positive, no matter what I do. All right, so we got some living matter that spawned on the farm field up here. Let's go ahead and have some people run out there and take care of that. Okay, I lost a harpy farmer, so let's put another harpy in there. Okay, the clothing thing is done, so let's go ahead and turn that in. Okay, I think that's the only living matter that spawned, so that should be okay for now. Let's try to tap into a glade now that we're out of the thick of it. Let's remove all this and just trim right there. So I was excuse me. I was hoping we get enough fiber from, I don't know if it's from the trees, but we've got nothing to make fabric with, and that has been a real big problem for us. So we need to figure that out. Maybe old Farloof has some fabric we could buy. I'm kind of leaning in that direction. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we have plenty of lumber. Let's just sell a whole garbage pile of of wood, because we're gonna have plenty of that available. Yeah, I guess we'll just try to take as much fabric as we can. That should be pretty level. And then what do we buy anything is the question. I mean, I guess we could buy woodcutter camp production, but I don't really know how much good it does us. We're already kind of going whole hog here, so let's do this so we can get barrels for free. I think that's always a helpful thing to have. And then we can maybe think about re-rolling. Well, now we don't have to get the barrels here. So we can think about getting a tinkerer. We already have all this. I think I'm just going to re-roll. I'll go with the tavern, because now I have like 2 out of 3 things that I need for it. Can I move this lizard house a little bit? I can. So the only thing I'm missing is the ale, which, you know, is a pretty big deal, but it's... If we get one thing that gives ale, we have everything else we need to make that happen. So I think that could end up being an okay thing. I'm hesitant to grab more people because we're already out of food all the time right now. So I'm very concerned about what that looks like. We at least have fabric available to us, which is good. Where was... Okay, so this was the carpenter, which I think I now don't want, because I have a lumber mill. which we can build. And I think I'm gonna try to squeeze this in maybe right here. Try to get that done. Should have all the materials we need for it, which is good. All right, let's go ahead and put some beaver boys in here. I think we could limit this to like 75. I mean, I think we could just make as many of those as we need. We don't need to do planks here anymore. We have a recipe for simple tools. Luxury goods could be useful for trading. I'll leave this for simple tools, but chances are we're not going to be doing anything with it. I'll put a harpy in here just to have a body. And hopefully that'll help make building materials. All right, so we are focusing on trying to chop into this glade. Once we get into this glade, I can move them up here and try to build this farm out a little more. And that should help with our food situation, at least a little bit. We definitely need more people gathering and creating food than we currently have. So, yeah, I have to remember that. That's a little unfortunate, but I think we'll go here. We can go ahead and do this. I think this is fine. We'll investigate and go there. We don't need this carpenter. We can break this down for materials. I think that's a fair trade, 5 for 15. We don't have any people available to do it, however. Okay, so we have stormbird nests. What else can we build here? We have a proper herbalist camp, which should already be here and upgraded. So let's move this down here where we can actually get to this mushroom. And that should help a little bit with the food situation. And then the scavenger camp, I feel like we had that over here somewhere. That's a forager camp. Did we have a... Oh, does that not do eggs anymore? It must be the trapper's camp that does the eggs now. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and get one of those built anyway. Let's take a look at this. We are into the neighborhood. We now have to kind of expand it to get it any further. We are at hostility 3 and we are missing housing. So that is going to be problematic. Let's go ahead and try to remedy that as best we can. Okay, get that house built. Definitely need some harpy housing over here. Let's get that built. And let's get... I mean, we knew resolve was going to be an issue, so hopefully... I can't build anything there yet. That's 4. I need 8 total. I can build another park somewhere. I'll just slap it there for now. And then let's get another garden going. I can put that there. That should get us most of the way there. I just need 2 more decorations. We'll just do an ancient tombstone. We can wedge one in there and wedge another one over here. Hopefully that will be enough. So okay, so we are taking care of that. Is there any trading that we can do? Yeah, I feel like we might have made a bit of a bad call with this. Hopefully I can get enough trade routes done though. We just don't quite have enough raw material to send out. Okay, so we're in a little bit of a catch-22 because we're low on food, but we need more people to build and work the tiles that we do have available to us. So let's go ahead and, you know, I grab more people. We'll put some people in there to get food. And then let's move the beaver boys up here so we could do a little more chopping and get this farmland cleared out, both for food production and for the focus on farming order. So hopefully, normally by now we have made a little more headway with resolve and we get some resolve based progress, but that is not happening so far. So a little bit nervous about that. I'm hoping the resolve starts to come to us once we get, you know, proper farms up and running. Here comes some wheat. These living matters should actually, if I have citizens available to work and you know, kind of knock them down as they're being created, they should actually serve us in a positive way. All right, we are starting to get some resolve. Catching up on food is going to be the biggest issue here. So let's go ahead and get some people in here and make sure we're getting these eggs harvested as well. All right, packs of crops, I guess, are part of the problem. We are using some of our resources. There we go. We got some complex food going there. I don't have any ale available at this point, but hopefully we will. Let's get another beaver house up and running because we are staring down the barrel of a storm in 50 seconds, and we are definitely still missing some necessary housing, which I am very concerned about. This is a bit of a train wreck here. I'm hoping we get this stuff built because I really don't want to lose more people if I don't have to. There we are. We're in the storm. Everybody's got low resolve. Part of that's just because we don't have enough housing, and that's really affecting resolve overall. So I'm hoping when these houses get built, we'll see like an uptick in resolve once everybody's kind of positive. Well, nobody's homeless and they're still at no resolve, so that's, I guess that kind of goes out the window. This could be good. Planting crops is faster. It certainly doesn't seem like a negative thing to me. The only thing that sucks is you have to rebuild the fields every time after you defeat those things. Okay, so we got people everywhere. We do have some progress going on here, which is very good to see. I'm very happy to see that. What can we do here? We'll just learn trade routes are faster. Reduced hostility is kind of nice. That'll keep it from creeping up, hopefully too high. Although I really want to get this kind of built out. Yeah, food is definitely an issue, which is why I'm hesitant to add more people. But I also need to add more people because I have nobody available to work on some of that stuff. I just got 3 more beavers, but that did increase beaver resolve overall. So ancient tablet to trader and 30 packs of trade goods. I mean, I think that's a doable thing. I wish they'd finish these fields, and I don't want to prioritize every one of them. But if they get the fields done, then the farmers can plant, and I think it will end up being a net positive there. I do need to get more. I do need to get more fields. Like I have to find more fields. pretty soon too, because this resolve is becoming a little bit of a problem. Okay, I could get pie, but I already picked the option that I'm gonna go with, so it doesn't really do me too much good. Let's go ahead and look at what Sahilda has to offer. There's the 4 ancient tablets I could sell. So let's go ahead and crank this up and see if we could sell maybe a little bit of resin. Maybe, I don't want to sell the artifacts. I want to keep those. Packs of trade goods. It says sell packs of trade goods. So that's a kind of a step in the right direction. I don't need packs of building materials anymore. At least I don't think I do for any... Nothing I can see over here. I see packs of crops. Packs of provisions are good for trading, but... Alright, let's see. This just produces it faster. It doesn't make more of it, so I'm not that concerned about that. I don't need additional clay. So actually we made some fairly good progress on the peddler thing there. So that's kind of good. Let's take a look at what we got. Let's bring these people in. Okay, so now we just need to figure out like an ale situation if we can. There's ale. So if we can get ale up and running. Kind of feel like I'm wedging it in here, but I really just want to get this dang farm field built. Okay. That's good enough for now. Let's come down here and chop some of this stuff out. Make a little more room to build over here. And then I can position things a little nicer and get that up and running. How are we doing on this hearth, by the way? Looks like the last decorations are... Oh, we're done. We got it. Alright, so now what we need to focus on is... Oh, a little bit of everything, but more housing seems to be a bit of an issue, so I have to get that up and running. We should probably build, I imagine, a camp up somewhere around here. Another hub. Build a small hearth. I think that would be perfectly fine. We'll put that there. Because we are going to need more housing, and yeah, like pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and start building some housing over in this area. I think we need to build like probably 3 houses over here. Just beaver houses, and then we got to get a lizard house. And then we need another harpy house. We're going to want to make sure that stuff's all up and running. Hopefully pretty soon. I'll put another lizard in there, get that going. All right, in the future, hopefully this will produce a little more crops. I kind of want to move it. But I can't yet because I can't afford it. If I move it over here, it should encompass more of this. All right, so everything is going pretty well overall right now. I'm really hoping we can get the tinctuary up and running pretty soon here. I'm going to move this over here. But if I can get that up and running, which it looks like I can, at least relatively soon. How are they not making more planks than this? They should be hustling. Maybe I should, even though it's slower, I should probably get planks up and running over here too. Just to speed up production, because it just seems to be taking a while. But I definitely have to do something because this is not going particularly well. Looks like ale. Yeah, we get some barrels. I don't need water skins. So we got plenty of grain available because we took some +1s. Let's set that to like let's set that to 60. And then I do want to put some people into here. Let's put one of each in here. And then once that ale production gets going, that should really increase people's morale. We do have like general, like we're not out of food anymore. That should buoy some of the emotions going on. Let's move this here. Yeah. If I move this here, then everybody will get access to this. Let's get 2 people up here to start investigating this. Even faster planting of crops is never a bad thing. I think that is fantastic. Let's get another farm field built right there. All right, so now what I think we need to focus on is chopping into some glades. Some like big glades. Where would be a good spot? I guess we could start. We can go here. There's a thing right here, so should be fine. Let's move this over here. Storage unit is what I meant to say. But we can get that chopped out. I don't want to get more people yet, just because the food is a little bit precarious. I am really happy to see that we have high levels of resolve, which is gonna just propel this. It's gonna move this down and move this up, which is like a double whammy. It's just good in all regards. Let's go ahead and get this node, even though it's a bit further away, just to start getting some of that meat income. There we are, low on food again. That's from these. I think these triggers. Yeah, when I'm working, it's like deleting food out of the thing. So that's unfortunate, but it's good to know our base production is actually okay. Because once that's gone, it won't be an issue. Are we producing the ale? We are. I assume we are. Okay. Resin. Thankfully, I didn't delete all that. 40 hostility every 60 seconds. That seems less than good. Don't need any of these things, so I suppose I'll do this. But I need people. I need people. Let's take a look at what we got here. So 2 packs of provisions for. We're not producing herbs. We're not actually doing biscuits, but I would like to do biscuits, so I guess we could pick that. I think we have a way to make biscuits. I don't even remember anymore. And then we could do. Yeah, we're going into a clearance. Maybe I should just wait. Just wait for them to finish this up. So I just don't know if I want more people. I'm already struggling with consistent food production. I don't really know if I want to go down the rabbit hole. Okay, so let's go ahead and build a farm field. Let's get our people in here. Get that going. That's a +1 over here. Bliss Greybone. What can I buy from you? +1 resolve for people with houses. Everybody's got a house, so that should definitely increase the overall mood. We have so many resources. Packs of trade goods. It says to sell them. I will. Packs of building materials. We could sell that too. I don't know how many I actually need to sell. Let's go ahead and sell this stuff. Steam arrow. Okay. Let's buy some tools. Maybe not that many, but let's buy like 25 tools if we can. That's really expensive, actually. No, I'm not gonna buy those. Let's go ahead and turn in the peddler here. That gives us a forum, which is pretty good. And it does give us another building here. I don't think I need any of this stuff. Right, so right now my primary focus is to actually just try to get resolve up and keep it high. Yeah, we are. Okay, so we are producing biscuits, which is good. Can we buy anything that's useful here? I don't think so. All right, let's look at our trade routes, because that is something we can still potentially do. Yeah, I can do that. Let's buy additional trade routes too. We have the money available and we might as well do it. Is there anything else we could sell? We could sell some parts. I have no problem with that. We should be able to. Oh, okay. There's not enough slots available for trade routes. Okay. So we'll let that go for now. Okay, so we definitely have some negativity. Hunger seems to be part of the problem. I'm hoping once this all these vegetables are harvested here, that things will be a little bit on the brighter side. But there's certainly no guarantee of that. We have a lot of like large deposits here, which is good. I'm hoping with these people being in the positive, we're gonna see not just progress towards the next blueprint, but we'll see some of this tick down too. High level of corruption. That's not good to hear that right before we go into a storm. So I probably should have put a little more effort into building a blight post and having one of those up and running. But I guess we'll just work on it right now. No time like the present, as they say, right? So let's go ahead and get that built. Let's increase the priority of that. We'll have to get somebody in here to start doing purging fires on stuff. At least that's the hope. I do have an active route. Let's go ahead and just sell that. What can we buy with this? I mean, I guess this gives us the ability to do some stuff, so I'll go ahead and do that. We do keep running out of food, so I probably should buy a plantation in case I need to build something. There we go. Glade event completed. That pushed this up 1, minus this by 1, which is great. Living matter is on the farm field. Can't do anything about that right this second, but as soon as this is cleared out, I can move them to that. Somebody died? All right, we'll replace them with people. I don't know why they died. Beaver woodcutter died, and beaver cook died. Okay. Not really sure why that happened, but I'm guessing maybe it has something to do with living matter. Not 100% on that. All right, let's go ahead and look at our next thing. Gain mushrooms for every grain. I will definitely take that because we are producing a lot of grain. So mushrooms would be just more food we have in the bank and don't have to worry about. Let's go ahead and move. I think we can go ahead and go over here. It's gonna take a little doing, but I think we could pop into this glade. Move this guy down here too. Should be no problemo. All right. I'm hoping we can just get this other farm field going. Stonecutter's got nothing nearby. Can we move up here? We can. Let's just go ahead and pop that down there. That'll occupy them till the end of time. I'm definitely not worried about that at all. Oh, we're gonna coast right through here. It's perfect. Not to worry about none of it. Well, maybe. It's really, really close. Come on, just sneak over the edge, please. There we go. All right, perfect. So we got some extra artifacts there and plenty of food, so that's good. Complete a couple deeds. We never did get 12 tradings there, but that's okay. We did just fine without it, apparently. We got a treasure chest here, so let's take a look at what we got. Extra 15 artifacts. That's great. So now we can buy some more meta progression unlocks, which is fantastic. It took a little longer than I expected, but we, in the end, got there, so that's good. Thank you for watching. If you liked the episode, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, see more content in the future, and we will catch you in the next one.